Okay, my job is to fix this chip on the neck. In theory, it should be so simple. But the problem is it's got dirt in it, lots of dirt, so that has to be cleaned out, because if I was to put a coat of gloss over this now, you'd see it. So cleaning first. Okay, I've cleaned it. Tried acetone to clean it out. Didn't work. So I used a face wipe. Didn't want to put soap in, but I used a pure face wipe and it cleaned away the edges. I'm never going to be able to hide this completely because it's in plain wood. But what I used was some crimson high build guitar finish with a drop wood tint, golden oak. Where's it? Golden oak spirit stain, just a tint to try to get this the wood down to a bit. Didn't want to overdo it. Got it down a fair bit, and then what you see here is the superglue sitting on top. There was a tiny dent at the very end, as you'll see there at the end. Now we'll let that dry, sit there for a while, and maybe till tomorrow, and then look at it again and start the scraping and sanding and polishing process. Owner mentioned a minor lump, something hardly worth worrying about, at the end of the skunk stripe. I've used 1500 grit sandpaper, just to level it as best I can. I don't think I'm going to use super glue in this to level it out, but I'll level as best I can and maybe just stick a little bit of high build finish in it just to fill up any gaps. That's the finished job. I can't comment on the actual woodwork itself because it's a bit chipped at the end, but it's now as smooth as a baby's bum. I'll let you see that reflection there. There's nothing there. That's just the line of the wood. It's smooth as anything. All right. It is dried now, but as always, the super glue will settle down, and Mullins, you can get out of the road. As with all super glue, it settles a bit. But what you've got to watch for is that it doesn't fall beneath the level of the bit that you're cleaning, because if it does, then you'll have a little dent. Also, you might find some pinholes where an air bubble has come up through it. Is it taped up? And I'll start now to scrape off the glue that's sitting excess. Now I can't do this with one hand because it's so precise that I'm going to have to just let you see that, and then I'll come back again when I've finished. Almost, but no cigar. There we go. See that little mark there, and that little mark there, that's where the super glue sunk beneath the thing. So I'm going to put another drop of super glue there and there and just give it another polish. Color's not great, but I hope over time it'll work in. Getting the shading on a thing like that is difficult. Two more little drops. I've used medium viscosity super glue now, CA glue, before I used the thick, but they'll dry out too, and then I'll scrape them off and then clean this up and polish it. I am rarely happy, but this is pretty good. It's a repair. We have to remind people that it's a repair. It's not turning it back into the same state. You can see through it, but that's perfectly smooth now. Scratch is gone, so I'm happy enough with it.